Yeah, welcome back to Vita Social News today here at Vita Zahnfabrik in Bad Säckingen, Germany. And when I came into this room, I saw something. It was so fantastic. I can look at me. Look in the back. It's so funny. And due to a time difference, it looks like this. But yeah, I just wanted to show you this as a good starter. Today's topic, and I will switch here to, oops, oh, hopefully it's working. Yep, now it is. You see, this is live and it is not always like it should. Sometimes it is not always like it should has to be. We are talking about today about Vita Lumix. Why Vita Lumix? Because you had the request about Lumix, like one just wrote this in the announcement that we are talking today about Vita Lumix. What is the difference between Vita Lumix and Vita VM9? Okay, that's a really good question actually. And it is a simple answer, by the way. Vita Lumix is classical build-up technique. So that means opacious dentin, dentin enamel. Very, traditional. Let's say traditional. Like Vita did start in 1962 with a VMK system. So the VMK system was for sure, it was opaque for the metal framework, but then opacious dentin, dentin, and enamel. So we are designed, or we have chosen the traditional build-up technique for the Vita Lumix system. In the VM9 system, it is a different kind of layering technique. So we have here a base dentin, which gives you the base, which gives you the base color for your coping, and then a transparent dentin to get a more 3D effect, to more deep insight into the layering, and then enamel. So it is a completely different way of veneering. That's the first, or that's one difference. The other difference is that VM9 is fired very high. And because it is fired very high, over 900 degrees Celsius, it will suit only for zirconia frameworks, standalone, so without a framework. It's working with this, it's working. So, but Vita Lumix is a low firing temperature porcelain, and you can use it for zirconia frameworks, you can use it for lithium disilicate, like the ones from Liechtenstein, the ones from Japan, the ones from Vita Ampria. It is working on feldspathic ceramic. It is also working VM9 as well. I forgot to mention this. And this is a big step also for titanium. So it is a high amount of possibilities for the Vita Lumix. I will show you also a case later from my friend Mike Prosperino, Italian, very famous technician. He did use it as a standalone with platinum foil. I will show you the case later. But yeah, so the difference is, the main difference, well, the main differences are the layering technique, how to play with base dentin, how to play with transparent dentin compared to the play with dentin and enamel. So that's a different kind of layering. And high temperature for the VM9 and low temperature or low fusing porcelain for the Vita Lumix. There are really good points to use high fusing or high temperature. I will follow you on Facebook, so don't get me wrong that I'm taking my cell phone here. I'm following here our talk, so I can so that I can see your questions. So you can always ask questions here, or if you if you are, you can write here in the comments, sorry, or write an email to info@vita-zahnfabrik.com, or because I've seen that Emmet is here in the group, you can write also to info@vita-zahnfabrik.com. Yeah, this is just how to say, this is just a gag from my side, because yeah. So yeah, no questions so far. Oh, hi Dental Improved. It's good to have you back here. So yeah, Vitalumex, as said, it's usable for many different things, and this is one of the other main things why to use Vitalumex. And yeah, but if you are fine and you're working only on zirconia, you do not need to change. You can stay with the Vita VM9 material and you will have great results as well. So just again for the Vitalumex zirconia, so all different zirconia, so the T transparent, the high transparent, the super and extra translucent materials are possible to veneer, that's for sure. So there are also some competitors which are not usable for all zirconias. Just look on the CTE of the veneering porcelain and you will see that you cannot use them all on every zirconia. Then lithium disilicate, and here also not only the Vita Ambria, also the other lithium disilicates, you know, except the Vita Suprinity and the Celtra Duo. But for all others, I do not know where not. And feldspar ceramics, like the Vita Plox materials, this means Vita Plox Mark II, Trilux 40, and Relife, possible, no problem. And titanium alloys. So here, and when you look in the future, when we may have some cobalt chromium not available everywhere. Very good point. When we do not have all the cobalt chromium available, you can go back or can use the titanium alloy, and then there is the Vitalumex. So there is the first question. Thanks for this. Which opaque is used for Lumex application on titanium? Of course, the opaque of Vitalumex. That's a very simple answer. We do have opaque. I will look if I have a picture here. I did not prepare the picture of the. I have it. So we have the opaque here. You can use the opaque on zirconia. So, for example, you have a titanium abutment on an implant, and you cover this with a extra translucent zirconia. It will not cover completely. So sometimes it may be possible that you need something to hide this titanium abutment, to cover this completely. Then there is an opaque. We have different colors. There's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. So for bleach things, there is the 0. So this means you can use this for titanium. For sure, it is the same. These are the colors for the opaque. So yeah, simple answer. Just use the opaque of Vitalumex AC. So when we are here, so we can directly go and explain the different shades, the different materials. So opaque, it has a yellow circle, a yellow circle here on the cusp of the bottle. Why? Because we did have visit lots of different dental laboratories, and we've seen that most of the technicians, maybe not you, I will not say that everybody is doing this, but most of them are using or putting their porcelains into a drawer, and they open the drawer and looking. And here you can directly see the color of your material. So it is done like this. Here's the material type. In the opaque, it is a yellow, gold yellow. Then the material color, it's in the circle below, and then a description of the material. So you understand, especially with effect masses, what the color and the end result will be. Like here in the translucent, it is water drop. And of course, sure, we have also numbers. So yeah, so this is done because you had the request, or some of your colleagues had the request. I have everything in the drawer and I cannot see directly what it is. So here, even faster than just reading, you see the shade. You see the shade here, for example. You see the shade also here in the dentine. There are the shades of A to D4, A1 to D4, and of course of the 3D master. So you see directly the shades even without reading it. And as I mentioned here, the circle on top is color-coded. So that's also very simple to understand and get it out of the box. Oh, Mike is here. So I will show a case from you, Mike. Mike Prosperini, good to hear you, and happy that you are here. I will show a case from Mike Prosperino, and he's watching here. I'm really happy, and maybe he can give comments that I explained everything correct. So yeah, there's the enamel, it is the same, so quite simple, and also all the effect stains, dentine modifiers, they have such names which are, let's say, explained, or the names are explaining the shade a bit, like honey. Honey, when I think of honey, I think of the honey I put on my bread. So this is, yes, such a yellow, a warm yellow. I put it in the morning on my bread, butter and honey, or copper. Everybody knows who or how copper is looking like. So this is quite simple. And all, oh, Mike is waiting. Mike, no worries. So cappuccino, I think this is clear. The Fluo-Intense, by the way, it's a very important, I would say a very important shade if you are working very translucent. Why? Because if you have a extra translucent zirconia and the color of the tooth stump is not perfectly matching the shade of your end result. With the Fluo-Intense, so this means intensifying of the fluorescence of your restoration, you have the light is broken different. The light is broken different, and it is like it brings the eyes around the tooth stump. I don't know how to explain it better. Maybe it is not as good. It's not as good, but maybe you understand. So this is helping you to cover this not perfectly matching tooth stump. So the Fluo-Intense is a very good thing to work, especially with extra translucent zirconia. There is Nargisa Rikena. I have to thank you. Yeah, she is saying that she has a Vita VPAD excellent and it is working great. Thanks for this comment. Thanks. So yeah, so these are the colors, the shades of the Vitalumex. Here we have the Marmelons. With the Marmelons, it is a thing you can work with Marmelons materials, and the cracks and freaks can do this. I personally, I'm going here and taking Vita Accent Plus to do the Marmelons. This is more easy for me, but like Peter Pesi, he did show this last week on the ProSec Facebook Live. You can see this. He's working with the Marmelons, or Mike Prosperino for sure is working with the Marmelons. So yeah, translucent materials, also here the names are deep blue, smoky white, light blonde, so everybody understands what and where to use the material. So in the whole overview, you see first the shades. Fluo Intense is this really pink-red. The Marmelons is a more red. The dentine is a more orange-red, and the opaque dentine is even more orange. So you see the color coding is working, and all the materials which are more, let's say, on the surface, like enamel, effect, transparent, opalescence, is more in the bluish area. So red is more the material inside of the crown of the restoration, and the translucent outside surface, adjustments, let's say it that way, is more bluish. If you want, that's a good point from Mike Prosperino. He's just mentioning, if you want to cut this really strong marmelon effect, you can mix it with translucent or enamel, so you have it more easy that it's not so strong. Maybe that's a good way. Thanks for this, Mike. Yeah. So coming now to the materials and the question before we did start regarding the differences. So I did put this slide in. It's the Vita VM9 and the opaque dentine. You see, when we put on the whole left side, we put the opaque. We see here the opaque dentine is not as opaque as the opaque. Okay? Then the base dentine of VM9 is not an opacious dentine. That's in the beginning we had some issues with this because not everybody was seeing this. But the base dentine, it gives you, in the VM9, it gives you the base color of your whole restoration. So if you are working in the VM system, base dentine is the important dentine, okay? Opacious dentine you need if you do not have lots of space. You do not need it with every restoration, no. But if you do not have enough space, it will gives you more intensive chromaticity for your restoration. Then the dentine, you see it's not much more translucent than the base dentine of the VM9. The transpart dentine was even more translucent compared to the dentine. Oh, Ömer Genstürk, thanks for this. Lumex AC is the best low temperature powder forever. Thanks, Ömer. Thanks you very much. And Maurice is here as well. Maurice Thomas Anderson is here. Good to have you here in the group. Thanks, Maurice. So yeah, so the transparent dentine is more translucent than the dentine. Now coming just to the Lumex, where are the shades? Where are they from their opacity? So again, on the left side, it is completely opaque, and here it is far more translucent. So starting from the not the opaque. Opaque is even more opaque than the Fluo Intense, but from the powders, Fluo Intense or the Marmelons are very, very opacious. It is for sure Fluo Intense you put as layer on your zirconia, and the Marmelons, you have to see the Marmelons. If not, they make no sense. So they are also very opacious, and that you can see them through the enamel. Okay, if they wouldn't be such opaque, you wouldn't see them through the enamel. Okay, then the gingiva. It is a play of light in the gingiva area. If we watch our gingiva in our mouth, it is not opaque, but it is also not translucent. So it is a play of light. And I know lots of guys, and also Mike Prosperino is doing this. They are playing with the pure gingiva in the bottom, let's say on the framework, but then they are getting more translucent, they put a little bit of window clear or things like this in their gingiva. Hope I said it correct. Then there is the opacious dentine. Okay, chroma intense is also very opaque. So the chroma intense is intensifying the chromaticity of your crown, like also the dentine modifier. The dentine modifier is again even more translucent. And then there is the dentine and translucent, opal translucent, and the pearl material. And over the top, it is the enamel or the clear for sure. I think this is easy to understand. So, and the build-up technique, just to show you this, the main thing is you have to put just simply the dentine and then the enamel, and you can play how you like with all the effect masses. And just as an idea, we have the opaque dentine here, especially in the neck area where you are getting thinner. You need something with more power in the dentine color and the dentine shade, and this gives you the result. But now I will show you, before I show you the case of Mike. If I don't show the case of Mike, Mike will maybe come here to Bad Säckingen and not giving me a hug then, maybe. We'll show you such things. So we have in our instructions for use, we have some examples in to help you to start with the material, how to play with the material. This is actually playbook. I heard the NFL, the National Football League, is having playbooks for their strategies. And this is a playbook for you to start with the material, to understand and to know where to use the different masses. So this is an older anterior tooth. So this is something age of 55, like I am. And here it is beginning with dentine modifier, opacious dentine, translucent, and also gives you, like here in this case, gives you a mixture. So how to play and how to get the results. So this crown is done in 3 steps. So this is how you can do this and how you can work with the material. So no further questions, that's good. So I can go now, and Mike, this is for you. I can go now to the work of Mike Prosperino. This is the case of Mike Prosperino. Mike Prosperino, I just have to tell you this, Mike Prosperino is just released a book. Yeah, I would say it is an artistic book, how to play with the Vitalumex, how to play with the material. He understands, or his explanation is about form, function, shape, shade. So everything is explained and very detailed. And it is an e-book, so very simple to get, and it has also some QR codes where you can see how Mike is working and layering. So everything is in, and I think to me it is one of the best books if you are starting to play with the material, if you are starting to play with the porcelain. And yeah, I showed you just one case. I will not talk too much about it. So this is the case, and you see here it is just the veneer. So it is not a full crown, so you cannot work really with a framework material. You need to do something else. And Mike was preparing the model like we do every day in our dental laboratory, like we do every day. And then Mike is playing with platinum foil. And if he did show me this, I was really impressed, because when I was trained as dental technician in the 90s of the last century, so yeah, I am that old, and we did play with platinum foil as well. But Then I heard nothing about platinum foil over, let's say, 15 years, 20 years. So yeah, Mike is playing and using platinum foil. This is how he's covering the model. And then this is his veneering material, nothing else. So very, very thin. Building up, firing them on platinum foil, then checking like we all do with gold, checking the surface, grinding on the surface, and then this is the end result. So very thin veneers. I think it is fantastic. Oh, where to get the book? You can get the book. Just write an email to info@vita-zahnfabrik.com and I will send you all the details. You can get the book, you can download the book then. And yeah, Mike, you can also write here on Facebook to Mike Prosperino. He can help you with this. You will find him on Facebook, Prosperino. It's his name. So this is very thin veneers. When you see and look at this, how thin this is, just made on platinum foil. I was really, really impressed. And yeah, this is just one case, but in the book are even more, far more cases. And this is veneered and yeah, layered with Vitalumex AC and the brush on platinum foil and then fired in, of course, Mike, in the Vita furnace. No, I don't know in what kind of furnace he was using. I think he was using a Vita furnace, yeah. And so fired very in this very thin parts. And then in the mouth, you cannot see it. You cannot see it. And this is, I think, it is really, really hard to make the same again, to make such things. It is impossible to see, even if I'm so close and it is just a really high magnification, I cannot see it. And when you look on this as well, it is fantastic. Even in this high magnification, it's impossible to see that these are just very thin veneers layered on platinum foil. A very old technique, but it is still working and the materials are there. And yeah, Mike, for sure. Yeah, Mike, please, can follow that link for the book. So in the comments, it's a link for the book. Just for those who are interested, it is ebook.dental.com. So you find the link here in the book, and this is from Mike Prosperino. Great work, Mike. Good to see you. Hi, Dushan. So thanks for this comment, Dushan. So, and now I have another case from another guy who is in the group. I'm so happy that he is also here. This is a case from Ömer Gençtürk. Ömer Gençtürk has a lab, not in Italy like Mike. He has a lab in Turkey. And this is his case. And yeah, this is how the patient came in. And this is the end result, also with Vitalumex. This Ömer Gençtürk, he's the man who is working with the force. If you see his posts, he has always Darth Vader in his sign. Yeah, he's also a very, very good technician in Italy. So yeah, if you are interested to send us such cases as well, you can send us such cases to info@vita-zahnfabrik.com, or, because I've seen some Australians, info@vita-zahnfabrik.com. And if you have such cases, like in this case Ömer, or such cases with platinum foil, I was so impressed using platinum foil. I didn't see this, as I said, for maybe even 20 years. Was really impressed, Mike. So then send them to us. I would be really happy to show them here, or maybe if they are good, we can make a publication with them. It's the info@vita-zahnfabrik.com or info@vita-zahnfabrik.com. And I tell you, the first one who's sending a case will get from me such a layered case from Renford. I show you. It is the normal lanyard box you may have seen already. It is this. It is from Renford, designed, but, and this is special, it has here, going down, it has here the Vita logo on the glass plate. So the first one who's sending us a picture of the case. The picture of the case will get this Vita logo designed box. We'll send it directly to him, and I will put also a Vita lunchbox to this as well. So yeah, and then I will show this here on Vita Facebook Live. And if it's very, very good, we may have the chance to make a publication with him, but then we will support this also. But as I said, if you want that I show you a case here, you will get this Renford layered box. It is a new one. You will get it, and I will send it to your hands. I have some cases with Ambria and Lumex. That's also okay, Ernesto. That's also okay. So if you are the first one sending, like this one, picture before and after, so that we can see this. If you are the first one, you get this. It would be perfect. I would be happy to have such beautiful cases like Ömer or this unbelievable, impressive one from Mike here with, with this platinum foil. This would be fantastic with a platinum foil and this very thin. This would be fantastic. And I can tell you, it is a fantastic book what Mike did release here. It's ebook.dental.com. There you can find it. It is also written here in the comments. You can see it there. And yeah, I wish you all the best. I wish you a beautiful rest of the week. For those who are going now to bed, the Australians, I would believe, have a good night. For those who have to work, have a good day. And for the others, have a nice evening. Goodbye, and we see us next week here again.